We are here, and we're going to start the night like this. They are slowly leaving us. With every year, there are less, built of stronger stuff, honed through depression years, disciplined through war years. They had a strong constitution and a gentleness underlying, for they had seen the worst of it. The greatest generation, Paul Warren. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. La, 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 la. Online open mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do because we've been doing this well. Welcome to episode 88. We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this and have been doing this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills, all right? So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and the New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/contribute. Every dollar counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech team in the business. Up first, Matthew Model Keen, Storm Lake in the building, all the way from Jersey. Make sure you plug in. Also, Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT, all the way up in the BX. You know what it is. And our volunteer, Melissa Henriquez. We appreciate you for being here and all that you do. All right? This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you plug in. All right? Tonight's theme. The greatest generation, baby boomers. Listen, this is a large generation. They made some heavyweight moves in our country, in our society. Been absolutely amazing. Shout out moms. Shout out all of the members of the greatest generation. And I believe we're going to have some folks who are members of this greatest generation come through this evening. So should be an interesting one. Next week's theme, value of community. Each one, reach one. It's a neighborhood. It's a community, right? And what is the value of community, folks? That's what's going to be the beauty of this, right? Each one, reach one. As with every week, your poems do not have to be on theme to get down. We are still looking forward to all of your incredible genius, all right? Here is a look at the rest of the upcoming themes. This is the last one, right? I'll make sure next week we have a upcoming look at what September has for us. The year is going by quick, folks. Let's get it, all right? Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. As you're approaching the mic, have your artwork ready. We do have a full list this evening, so we want to make sure that everyone has time to get down. All right? Artists, you have 4 minutes to rock. All right? With that 4 minutes, as you are getting closer to that time, all right, you will see something pop up on your screen, okay? At that 4-minute mark, there will be a sound. As you can see in the top of your screen right now, you see a countdown happening, all right? Once you get to 0, you will hear this. Then you will have another 30 seconds to wrap it up. Then the mute is coming, all right? We're doing this to ensure that everyone gets the same amount of time and we get out of here in the time that the venue needs us to get out, all right? So make sure you stay on time so everyone can get the time that they need. Also, keep in mind, for the folks on the good luck round, you have 3 minutes instead of 4, all right? So we have reached the time of night where all the sensitive ears should be outside of earshot, all right? Because there are explicit lyricists in our communities, and some may even bring about some triggering flashbacks. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship, other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Fuck around and get cute. Whether from the BX or Jersey, baby, you gonna get that boot, all right? Thou hast been warned. This is a living, breathing trigger warning. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with the audience, with the community. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way, all right? All that energy will be returned to you in the performance of all of these artists. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right? Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to neweureka.org, click on full events calendar. You click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need that artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list, all right? Sometimes they don't always sell out, even though it's a hot ticket. So make sure you are plugging in to check whether you can get one of those tickets, all right? Tonight's list. All of these incredible artists came to get down. I see some familiar faces, some folks that I am looking forward to, which is everybody. Let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? Alan Gary, Bonnie Soloway, Teflon Donna is here. Yun, great to see you. Eddie, Mrs. Good Luck Round is here. The Iron Chef of Poetry is here. Lantern, Bill Elkins here, Deshaun the Dawn, Ike Waltz is here. Yo, it's going to be an incredible night, y'all. Let's not waste another moment. As I am posting tonight's list in our chat to make sure that everyone has access to it, it is going to be amazing. So let's go. Setting us off this evening, as he just has a tendency to do, this dude is quick on it like Quick Draw McGraw. Always has a rhyme that's right on time. Doing it only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
It's great to see you too. Thank you for making our Thursday nights even better coming through. Thank you for making a breakthrough. And remember that we love you and our wonderful Matthew Monkeem too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Ed Potential, feeling fantastic. Please, time you can join my rhyme, thoughtful, sublime. I got 2 pieces, so I'll take too much time. The first piece is called Old School Baby Boomer by Dorsey Baker. Old school baby boomer, you're living in the future of the past. Old school baby boomer, the years, they come and go so fast. Old school baby boomer, you laugh, you cry. Old school baby boomer, you were born to live, you were born to die. Old school baby boomer, you've lived your life for living. and you are never too old to live. Just keep on giving. What you give, old school baby boomer, you live your life, and you still believe that age ain't nothing but a number. Thank you. And my next one is called The Inner Thread. The needle pulling thread, the thread inside our head, the sewing of our blanket with our trusty pointy hatchet. We quickly going in and out. The patterns make us shout. Why do we do it? Matter of fact. Why do we hide away the black? Why do we cut away mistakes? Why do we bondage all the lakes? Why do we patch up ugliness? Why do we cover up the abyss? Stitching away won't change it. Why do you treat your pit like a zit? We always cover the shadows. In the darkness is a meadow. Not all memories are pleasant, but that doesn't make us less intelligent. Everything has a dark side, yet still it was a joyous ride. Everything is bittersweet, but how else can we be complete? The fabric is a puzzle of you, is sewn with red, green, and blue. If you haven't experienced it, how can you indulge in life's kiss? Things aren't always good. Things aren't always good. Everything wears a coat or a hood. Don't condemn your painful past. Your good times can still last. Don't hide your hideous gain. There's no progress without pain. It's not a grotesque tapestry. It's a cloth made from mastery. Please wear your quote with admiration. May it be education to the next generation. Thank you.
Telling you, man, every week I hear how you've been digging into your writing, Eddie, and it sounds fantastic, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Eddie Foreman.
Hey, Eddie.
Thank you.
Exactly. Always right on there.
Hey, Eddie, real good. Thank you.
Why do we?
Another great start. It's always uplifting, even though there's always sort of a sad message in there, but you don't let us go that way.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. That's hard to do. Thank you.
Why do we patch up ugliness? You're going to have to answer that question sometime, Eddie, now.
No doubt. No doubt. I really, really love how you set it out like that, Eddie. You always kind of ask questions in your artwork. You ask open-ended questions in your poetry, right? To engage your audience. And I really, truly love that. The baby boomers are incredible, man. For real. Through and through. Like, for real. You live your life for living. I love that. Age ain't nothing but a number, no doubt. In the second poem, we always cover the shadows. Sure. Everything has a dark side. 100%. There is no progress without pain. I really, really love that. It's just a part of life. It's a part of who we are, right? And so thank you for highlighting that. Thank you for doing what you do. And thank you for setting us off, Eddie. For real, man. You have a knack for it. For real. The Starship is underway, folks. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this incredible gentleman. I actually saw a highlight of him getting down in person at the Thousand Words open mic. He puts in work, folks, really. He writes the type of poetry that just kind of sticks to your bones. He just does that, for real. The one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, Alan, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Likewise, Elemental. Friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. The Greatest Generation is our theme tonight at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I believe each generation has its share of heroes and villains, both real and imagined. Join me, if you will, in my presentation of 2 snapshots of those who made my life great. First one's called Wrestling. My brother and I would be so noisy while watching wrestling, we'd wake up my mom. She would yell at my older sibling, "Are you keeping your little brother up?" My big brother would always respond, "No, he's sleeping," while I hid unsuccessfully under the covers of my bed. As mythic figures grappled within my television, my real-life brother wrestled playfully with me. All was well. I couldn't lose. While larger-than-life good guys pinned brutal bad guys, the world made sense. My brother, my protector, shared a room with me during my early growing-up days. The world could have had wars, but I was safe while watching wrestling on TV past my bedtime. The window for my peacetime activity was brief, lasting an hour. Then life loomed large. While my brother was my ally, tag team partner, and best friend, we were unstoppable. We'd always pick winners of the weekly wrestling matches. I could never lose with him by my side, or at least in the next bed of our small Brooklyn apartment. Time marches on. Television shows come to an end. Brothers are forever, even as they grow up and move away or die. Memories of a championship season for two kids, one a bit older and one a younger child, can never be canceled. This next one is called Cards. Competition among kids can be fierce. With baseball cards, it's the fiercest. The challenge was to be the first boy each year in the neighborhood to complete his collection of over 600 Major League Baseball players. Packs of cards at the time cost pennies, while today they go for dollars. My aunt's Flatbush candy store was Baseball Card Central, 2 subway stops from my home. My award upon arrival was free packs of cards and such a good boy. Boy, was I embarrassed. To maintain my sanity, I repeated to myself, Mets and Yankees, over and over until my aunt hugged me. Then the games would begin. It could take months to get every player if I was lucky. A problem for every Brooklyn kid, so we battle it out on the streets of Flatbush. Card flipping wars, color matching, and a long card toss against the wall, winner take all. A neighborhood kid discovered I had a card he desperately needed. He offered several scrubs in exchange for the sought-after player. I declined, even though I needed those weak players. He insulted me by not offering me any superstar players, so he challenged me to the wall toss challenge. We stood at least 10 feet from the wall and threw our cards one by one against it. The goal was to land on top of the other player's card to sweep the pot. He was winning every round. I was worried. Then a famed local toss championship kid appeared. He agreed to play on my behalf with my cards to defeat my opponent. In exchange, he would receive half the winning cards. A baseball card toss to the death. My proxy player was really good, and my bounty was increasing by leaps and bounds. The other kid was about to cry. He was losing all of his cards. Then another kid appeared. He took my opponent's place. He was even better than my guy. I lost all my cards, and I felt like crying. But my rival was benevolent. He gave me some cards. What a kid. I didn't go home empty-handed. I'd like to say I learned a lesson in humility, or maybe I became wiser to not be greedy. But, well, youth is wasted on the young, and it would not be until later in life that I opened my eyes to the joy of sharing and celebrating victories together. Making someone feel loved is so much more worth than all the baseball cards in the world. Well, maybe except that rare Babe Ruth. Okay, friendship is better.
Maybe except that rare Babe Ruth. I mean, that's kind of almost priceless. Just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan.
I
Gary.
agree. The Babe Ruth line just ruled. But it was all great. Don't get me wrong, but that just killed me.
For those who aren't familiar with the card flipping wars, very, very serious, very, very intense. Listen, you could either win a mother load or you can lose it all, right? Really, but myself included, that was how some of us got some of the best cards in the world. For those of us who could not afford buying the entire set at a time, right? Like you said, packs at a time. That was how we did it. I love the wrestling poem. I love how you said we were unstoppable, right? Like brothers were the first tag teams, right? For real. Shout out to Steiner Brothers. It's just amazing, just amazing. And in the cards poem, I love how you started chanting when you're opening the cards, right? The packs of cards, Mets and Yankees, Mets and Yankees. I love it. I learned a lesson in humility, and then one of the age-old adages, youth is wasted on the young. I really, really appreciate how you threw all of those things in there. Thank you so much, Alan, for what you do. Incredible work as always, sir. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way out in the BX, baby. This incredible artist comes through, is back on it. And I'm so thankful that she's back on it. Her voice is so very necessary around these parts. Author of Lady Lotus, contributor to Love Letters to Gaia and I Can't Breathe Volume 1 and 2. The one and only Roz is in the building. We're about to see the world through her big brown eyes. Come on, Roz, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Great to see you too. Through her big brown eyes on Instagram. I'm just gonna jump right in. Speaking, the art of forcing this tangled but witty tongue to say something coherent. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the effort is just not worth putting in. Tired of explaining to minds that mind elevating. Next time I promise to feel good about being honest to God. I'm trying to win. Promise me you won't leave without so much as a wave goodbye. But if you leave, you didn't try hard enough, and I'm worth it, so fuck you. How I wish my thoughts made sense most times, but they're just old puzzle pieces collecting dust in a box, waiting patiently to be a part of a bigger picture, to be appreciated for the work of art that it is. In a perfect world, everywhere I go, I'm understood, and complexity is more than just an aching taboo or synonym to unmarriable. If I said I didn't want you, I'd be lying next to you as the quietest my mind has ever been. All the brain thunder finds peace, though it still roars violently. I'm free to breathe. I think about letting you into my mind, unparalleled darkness and blinding shine at the same time. I'm scared it would ruin. Everything happens for a reason. If this is true, then why is this happening? Me and you, vulnerability is choosing between being completely exposed, in danger, but free, untamable. This thirst in me to be on both sides of the fence. Walls, not decorated with barbed wire, maybe a bit of poison ivy. Climb over if you desire. Prove yourself to me. Leave, but stay. Love, handing a fully loaded firearm to someone with trembling fingers. Those same fingers that are intertwined with mine as we walk down the street together. Who says I don't trust? Heart beating fast, but mine racing faster. If body language is a thing, how many of my secrets and fears have I shared without uttering a single word? When will I accept that softness does not equal weakness? I want you to look at me, but not too deep. I wish I could say that I'm sorry, but I'm not. When I asked why someone hasn't made me their wife, I often reply that there's no one that catches my eye, but the truth is, one too many have left with pieces of me trapped between their teeth. The taste of me still a distant memory on their unworthy tongues. I no longer remember the taste of feeling, holy shit, I give myself a headache. No one wins this war. It's me versus me. End poem.
Damn, Roz, come on, talk that talk. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Roz.
And when you talk about earned wisdom, this is like the root. This is like not something you get out of a book. This is just from truly living and understanding and being there and being tough and soft at the same time. Wow.
Thank you.
Yep, a spoonful of wisdom.
Yeah, there's amazing one-liners in there that even I think a couple weeks ago, it's like I just want to like write those down and be able to use them one day. That was really awesome.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'm on that tip too. You had so many of these wonderful insights, but they weren't like punch you in the face things. You have this very subtle insight, and you get into um these kind of softer points about hazarding relationships with people that I think kind of sneak by most folks most of the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's to me, that's the thing. It's not just that those punchy things, it's like what you've learned from it and how it grows, you know. It's like that tree that's had to work so hard to keep growing.
Yeah, yeah, I get you, Michael. It's
Yeah.
like the after effect, right?
You see what happens? You see what happens, Roz? You start planting seeds and you got trees blooming in here. You know what I mean? I really, really dig this poem, Roz, because you mentioned vulnerability, but your vulnerability was really on display in this poem. You said, "In a perfect world, everywhere I go, I'm understood." And that's just something that I think all of us hold really close to our chest is being understood. She said, "I'm worth it, so fuck you." Like, I love that shit. Body language is a thing, definitely. And I think many of your colleagues jumped on the line. Softness does not equal weakness. That is one of those lines that I think you're gonna see people like wearing on t-shirts or on hats, or it's just everywhere. It's a universal thing. Thank you, Roz, for sharing that with us. You're pretty incredible. Honest to God, I'm trying to win. For real. Hashtag Roz said that. Appreciate you, Roz. For real. All right. Coming up next, resident blacksmith is in the building. Mr. Lighthouse Writer himself. This dude is all kinds of incredible. A beat poet laureate. The one and only Michael Sindler is in the building. Come on,
Hey,
sir. Let
thank
these
you,
folks know where they can
Elemental.
find you. Please take it away.
Oh, yeah, great to be here. All three of y'all before me have been fantastic, and I know everybody else afterwards is going to be too. This is such a wonderful room. And as far as other wonderful rooms, lighthousewriters.org is a neat place to go check out and find classes and workshops and all kinds of neat things that are going on and community. Um, I'm going to start with one that is with the theme. I'm, baby boom, and so my parents were very much greatest generation and pretty great even for that. So this is a poem for them, sort of called Cultivation. Like a stone atop a gravestone, let these words show I'm with you now. In my thoughts, if not in person, twisting syllables to show you how you echo from inside my voice, spreading outward through time and space, kindness you shared, lessons you taught, taken to the heart, never erased. All the best inside of me, all the best that I create, blossoms from the patient seed you spent such care to cultivate, like a water drop that ripples out from the center to the shore, each ring a lifetime's advance, journey from student to mentor in the slow race towards empathy, passing enlightenment's baton to the next young, fresh runner in the endless marathon. All we endeavor to create, all we endeavor to endure is futile without the impetus of the wave that came before. O doula at the birth of love from the mother of all sanity, in the cradle of compassion rests the essence of humanity. What little wisdom I have gained, everything I know to be true, I found before me, seeing it as manifest inside of you. All the power we possess, all the power we disperse, is but a gift we give and take lent to us by the universe. And so I give thanks where it is due, anchor, compass, map, and guide, wishing I'd better understood and let you know before you died. Despite the pain and suffering I caused, I could depend on you. You tended the garden of my soul, watered by tears when I said adieu. All the best inside of me, all the best that I create, blossoms from the patient seed you spent such care to cultivate. I'm going to see if I can sneak a quick sonnet in here today. Many of us know is National Poetry Day, Poets Day, and so I'll do a poem about poetry. It's called Poem Boxing. Completely willing to risk a defeat, consenting to play by rules of the game, jumping in the ring with iambic feet, not seeking glory and immune to shame. 14 savage lunges towards the page, 10 quick paces forward in each attack. No foe or enemy there to engage, only a mirror image staring back. Ink in place of blood flows onto paper in 3 full rounds, and then one that's shorter. True poet or presumptive faker, it's hard to decide before the Volta. Success or failure, it's your call to make. The poet's task is only to create.
Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Nicely done, Michael.
Nice, Michael.
Those we used to create. Love
Very
it.
nice. A real
Pure as
masterpiece.
poetry. Great job, Michael.
So true.
Yeah, that first poem was so sensitive. It really brought home this thing about without a positive influence like that, how truly alone a person would really be in this savage world.
That was amazing, sir. How you even snuck it in there like that. Absolutely incredible. Um, I love the cultivation poem. All the best of what I create. Twisting syllables to show how you echo throughout my voice. Just a stunning sentiment of the people who came before you and who helped to inspire you. Passing enlightenment's baton. Come on. He said they're anchor, compass, map, and guide. That's just incredible. Second poem, first of all, I love the title, Poem Boxing. Jumping in the ring with iambic feet. Come on, sir. Come on, sir. This is why I tell you, this cat's pen is always sharp because he can write things like this. Make sure you're looking in the chat. Your colleagues are all over it. An incredible sonnet. The slow race towards empathy. Like so much of what you do, sir, is always appreciated. Actually, all of what you do is always appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it with us. You're amazing, sir. All right, we'll come back to Joski. I don't see him. So let's go forward to Alois Sida. This gentleman continues to rock with us in the best of ways. He is incredible in every single way that I know. You can find him on the New Eurekan Symphony Live. He is the only poet that I know that is published in the original Aloud anthology from the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Our resident Gilgamesh, the one and only Paul Skiff, is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
Well, thanks, Elemental. I'm just gonna jump into this. This isn't on theme. My mouth was taught how to shine by cosmic rays sent from neverwhere, illuminating the tongue I borrow from being alive, like a light bulb of wonder. It does not matter except when it does. The water's dream was opening champagne bottles and fascination's ears that stopped believing vibration higher than patience. It relies on anonymity. The building wore its tenants like fish in the sea or a wind that lays underneath the ace of diamonds. It has a separate entrance to meaning. The screen is a hospital for eyes in an emergency of darkness where open says light can fill music played by piano. A roof becomes when rain from history changed by the explanation used to justify forgotten virtues massages melody like time wind passing through a family tree. It fits thing. I have bee's eyes on my mayhem, so 1,000 visions of chaos revolve inside bewildered certainty you had before, dipping attention's toe in listening, thought to be like a favorite hat given to the sister who wears hand-me-down anger once used as the lens through which sunlight was focused on the fuse that ignites self-respect. It gets quiet when paid for. Sometimes its possibilities may be withholding favor for just about almost now. It dodges behind unspecificity. Waking up is pet consciousness. End of the dream lets outdoor on need for companionship, encouraging daily routine to exercise its own transformation of subconsciousness, disrupting wonder into being. It would matter to if. When there is no more now, everything will happen a split nanosecond in an algorithmical future, and you will be able to smell tomorrow like a premonition there is no time to get dressed for. It, transparent, swallows the spectrum. Without anticipation, feet stick on the exact spot, heart gave up to monotony. Each day guarantees routine, the limit of aspiration, convinced complacency would be better than failure and lost effort. It remains mostly anonymous. Hands on waist of gorgeous surprise lift wonderful into spontaneity's occluded sky to separate ha 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 from the earth. It place holds. The misfortunes inflicted on one's own mind probably will not be overcome by trying to anesthetize the lesions that make behavior a ceremony performed by the self in an idiom of deferences that our stigmata demeanor seeks validation for, but the erratic, eloquent bursts of light, gloom, darkness, and scintillation define the self's self in a glory radiant as life's need to be. The reason you were created will not be found here. The here you were created will not be reason found. The you were created by here, reason will not be found. My mouth was thrown in the utopia pool by laughing hands of a mischievous birthday. So blame a love shove for all the bliss on my lips.
Did he said blame a love shove? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul. Skip.
I mean,
Masterful. Wow.
yeah,
Paul,
you just
I mean,
get lost in all that. There's
yeah,
just,
yeah, really, really good stuff.
wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Paul, terrific stuff, man. You're definitely a pathfinder.
That's a good way to
Great
put it,
words.
Bill. Yeah.
You have to really listen hard. Awesome. Really good.
Blame a love shove. Like I absolutely love that. Sir, your artwork is really transcendent. It really helps all of us to kind of plug into a different form of inspiration. And experiencing your work is just it's enlightening. Really, to me, it supercharges my creativity because I hope to write just like that, right? To be able to smell tomorrow like a premonition, like, come on, man. Um, The reason you were created will not be found here. Let me reiterate that to you, sir. The reason you were created will not be found here, right? Um, the tongue I borrow from being alive, like, like thrown in the utopia pool. You're amazing, sir. You talk specifically, Jedi Master. You talk about one-liners that you want on your wall from your colleagues. There's about 1,000 of them every time I hear your work that I would plaster all over my house. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do and being so dedicated to doing it. Thank you. All right, coming up next, this incredible artist. Listen, I like to call him the Iron Chef of poetry because he always serves up something delectable, something delicious, something that you've never heard. All I can tell you is everything that he thinks is all in his mind. The one and only General Lissimo is in the building. Come on, General Lissimo, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. The first poem is going to be called Pulpit. How can a long forgotten name or a voice make me want to go off on a tear or just pretend I don't exist for a split second while I pass the buck on my broken history with the aforementioned personage and decide to change the subject matter to something more healthy for my psyche? Should a casual run-in with a high school bully cause a psychological regression for a minute or hour or the rest of the day till I go Betty bye? I was paying a barista for a gigante latte which was topped with a dome of whipped cream without my permission. My sole desire was to retreat to a table with my newspaper, read the comics horoscope and Dear Abby, then fill in the jumble and crossword with a ballpoint pen when I heard his unmistakable voice yell my name from the front door of the narrow establishment. I turned around and he was standing in my personal space. Then he hugged me like someone who genuinely was happy to see someone he hadn't seen in 6 or 7 years, as if he never tormented or emotionally and verbally abused me to elicit laughter from anyone within earshot to assuage his sadistically idiosyncratic inclinations. I did not hug him back. I made an excuse to excuse myself. As I was walking out the door, I looked back. He had a look of confusion on his face. I opted not to tell him that all he ever was and would be is a bully. The next poem, Why the Supreme Court Has Ruled Poets Can't Be Responsible for Errant Behavior of Poetry. If you want me to hand you my heart when I release my thoughts as words into the ether as poetry, I will never intentionally allow that. If you want to collect my tears with your eyes and ears so you can possess pieces of my soul I have said goodbye to, I will warn you there is a reason I let them have their independence. My tears will deem your invitation as squatter's rights to become a permanent resident of your psyche. I readily give you the water rights to my poetry as if you can capture my torrents of emotions like rainfall for your drought-ridden garden. But beware its saccharine salinity. Beware its ability to drown your emotions. My tears sometimes try to cling to my cheeks. They constantly sneak their way to my lips when I neglect to wipe them away. They insist on introducing salt into my diet when all I want is pepper. They refuse to admit that swallowing tears unequivocally causes high blood pressure. Okay, one more, which is titled The Eagle Next Door. I grew up in a split-level house on a cul-de-sac with a male magnolia tree in the front yard. When I was 15, while sweeping leaves off the garage roof, I slipped and fell onto a pricker bush. I was a bit scratched and bruised, but uninjured otherwise. Just another day on Fernhill Court. One day, my mutt, Ruff, came home with a huge cowbone in her mouth. It so happened other neighborhood canines brought back tasty bovine bones to their homes. It turned out that farmers on the edge of town had slaughtered several sick cows and dumped the bodies behind the big drainage ditch in a clearing called the Clay Pits, which was accessible from a dirt road. Just another day on Fernhill Court. My next-door neighbor, Ann Duke, a.k.a. Eagle Eye, had a British bulldog named Betty Boop that came from a line of AKC champions. One day, a Labrador snuck under the fence to the backyard and impregnated Betty Boop. Of course, Eagle Eye had to get Betty an abortion so her future puppies could have AKC papers. Just another day on Fernhill Court. Thank you.
Yo, I don't know how you were able to do that, sir, but that was phenomenal. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Generalissimo.
Yeah, I love it all, but that first poem, man, it just kicks you in the chest. Just so, all those people who were so cruel and, and they don't even realize how cruel they were. It's
Right.
beautiful, beautiful statement.
Right. This is you really got a universal thing because that happens to everybody at, more than once, but at least once. It's somebody who would never give you a second thought. And then, at some point later, they turn up and start acting like you're their long lost friend.
Yeah.
I always just wonder, what the hell is this person thinking?
Yeah, there's people, especially though, from marginalized communities who I think that really, really hits. I know, I know for my best, oldest friend in the world, it's like I'm always talking about people, and he's like, "Oh, that guy was so horrible to me when we were kids," and I just never realized it. It went right by me, but it stabbed him in the heart, and it just hurts me to know that.
And I really liked your last poem about well, I'll just put it this way, the dog sexual assault. That was
I loved it too. I loved it too. I loved just that moment in time of, you might even say mundane, but you brought it to life, and everyone has those, but not everyone can bring them to life like that. So it was great.
Absolutely. I love the alliteration that happened with the British bulldog named Betty Boop. Like, come on. Who has a bulldog named Betty Boop? I love the just bringing up how you approach this bully, right? All he ever is and would be is a bully. Like, you'll never ever not be a bully. And I love that. I love that. I don't care where you go, what you do, you're still just a stinking bully. In your second poem, I love the squatter's rights. Beware its ability to drown your emotions. They deliver salt, the tears, but all I want is pepper. Like, I love that. The eagle eye next door. The way you tell stories, sir, is really, really amazing. And again, even when you're not serving food, you always season your poems to perfection, sir. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for what you do and continuing to share it with us. Make sure you plug in with Generalissimo. All right, coming up next, all the way across the pond where it is wicked late, the most eloquent writer in the world. This gentleman is just incredible. Trust and believe, you're going to find out. The one and only Lantern Carrier is in the building. Come on, Lantern, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, brother. Please take it away.
Thank you, my brother in the chat. Creation is an evolution of sound and silence, streaming its codes of resilience, sacrifice, equity, and injustices, innovative changes pushed by the transformative power of light and darkness to ensure love's ever-transcending will. The greatest generation was a part of this energy, critical in shaping the social, cultural, and economic prosperity of the modern world. It concerned a people who had to deal with some of the most challenging times. Faced with the toxic residue of a post-World War I, the Great Depression, and the World War II, the first 3 decades of the 20th century brought additional gifts from paradise. They exhibited a greater fortitude and undaunting will, a camaraderie of spirit needed due to global economic collapse, widespread unemployment and poverty, and helping in shaping the values of togetherness and belonging. As young adults, Many served in World War II, developed sacrifice, resourcefulness, and unity. They also played a part in rebuilding economies, both national and global, the rapid expansion of industry and technology. The harsh realities of war forced many into greater adherence to civic duty, work ethics, and an ability to observe adversity. People were more frugal, and patriotism was compassionate as opposed to self. Loyalty and social roles were clearer, and the duties between men and women were more easily defined. The greatest generation played a pivotal role in building economic prosperity in societies. The welfare state fell into place, and a created United Nations began to play a significant role in security and stability. Around 1946 to 1964, desire became central to human needs as prosperity increased, producing marriages, baby boomers, and optimism across Europe, America, and Australasia. Affluence and technology brought a change in economic growth, social welfare, new genres of art and music, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, mood-enhancing practices, and suburban expansion. Civil rights, women's liberation, anti-war protest, and the sexual revolution sprung up. The turbulence of the Vietnam War, Watergate scandal, the energy crisis of the 70s, and the rapid pace of globalization and digitalization led souls to seek salvation not only in wealth, but New Age movements and TM meditation from India. Baby boomers were central to growth, individual prosperity, and self-expression. They advocated gender equality, environmentalism, and were instrumental in culture, driving demands for homes, cars, and entertainment. They adapted to rapid changes in technology, work, lifestyles, and everything from the space age to the digital revolution. They wielded considerable economic, cultural, and political influence, shaping the arts, fashion, and values of the 60s and 70s, and have been a dominant voting bloc in several countries. Their approach to retirement, healthcare, and intergenerational wealth transfer continues to shape policy debates today. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
I truly don't know how he does this every week, but he just does it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Oh, Lantern.
Absolutely.
So nice to hear your voice and see your smile, and I've missed you a lot. And
Missed you too.
and I hope we can come together soon for a new poem. But you're always, I mean, your eloquentness and your wisdom is so deep, and we're all better for it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you put together a history lesson in your poems. You're basically what the definition of a griot is. You bring us lessons, you help us to move forward in your art, right? In your art. So there's a lesson in every message. And I can't thank you enough for that. And then you start talking truth, right? They pushed by the transformative power of light and darkness, right? A camaraderie of spirit, helping to shape the value of togetherness and belonging. Rapid expansion of business and technology from 1946 to 1964, new genres of art and music, sexual revolution, Vietnam War, the energy crisis, like they were essential to growth, and then the digital revolution. And I know people don't always associate those two, but you better believe it, folks. We would not have the things we have in this digital realm without the baby boomers, y'all. Trust. Thank you, Lantern. That was absolutely incredible, sir. You're amazing at what you do. So thank you for continuing to share it with us. Two more artists, and we're going to go to halftime. Coming up next, this incredible artist comes through with just work. All right. I know she doesn't always like to write the things that she has to write about, but I'm thankful that she feels that she has to write about them and share them with the world. We are here for it, ma'am. The one and only Bonnie Soloway is in the building. Come on, Bonnie, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thank you so much. I'm going to get right to it. I have two pieces. I was not going to go down this road, but I just had to. This first one's called The Chess Master and the Clown. I just don't think it's normal to revere a man named Vlad, as brutal a criminal dictator as the world has lately had. Oh, sure, there have been others. Many still rule today. But few have Putin's KGB-trained, insidious kind of brain. Donald's no match for Vlad, but shh, he's the only one that doesn't know. A chess master versus Bozo the Clown, who thinks whenever he opens his mouth, the master will bow right down. It was such a short Alaskan visit for Vlad to be on Russia's former land, sold to us in 1867 by Tsar Alexander II. Rumor has it, Russian nationalists badly want a take-back plan. Putin must feel pretty smug how he played Donald at their meetup, agreeing to absolutely nothing as his asset sat there dumbstruck. Perhaps we should take more seriously Putin's global land grab plans. After Ukraine, perhaps the Baltic states, then Poland, and as much in Europe as he can. If we think Vlad's eyes aren't locked on destroying America, we surely must be dreaming. He helped Donald get elected, and his might makes right world order is exactly what the oligarchy believes in. As long as those Russian investments stay safely laundered clean, and Putin promises not to broadcast the goods about Epstein, and MAGA keeps finding ways to illegally stay in power, America's budding dictatorship will grow stronger by the hour. This next one is one that I wrote right after Putin invaded the Ukraine. And I know I haven't read it here yet, but this is starting with a quote from Golda Meir, who is the Israeli prime minister, who said, "Whether women are better than men, I cannot say, but I can say they are certainly no worse." This is called What If Women Ruled the World? It's a little bit of a feminist dream. What if women ruled the world? Would we be better off? Would war subside and famine end? Would hollow-eyed children laugh again? Would genocide lose its tyrannical thrill dictators can't resist? Would women's intuition? Wait. Oh well. Would weapons, threats, and torture be usurped by dialogue, where rational debate upends the strongmen demagogues? Would girls and women round the globe gain freedoms men have long controlled, attending school, obtaining loans, driving while unchaperoned? Would fiefdom stop expanding at the risk of life and limb, replaced by humanistic values of fairness and compassion? Would reverence for our planet take on full-blown precedence, a season ticket front row seat to nature's true munificence? Men, you've had the floor too long, and look what's being built. A power-hungry, greed-enhanced world devoid of guilt, devoid of true remorse as you stand on others' backs, tamping down equality as freedoms get bushwhacked, devoid of love and caring for fellow humankind, hatred like a geyser spews out macho states of mind. Ladies, now's the time if we want to live in peace. We've got to rally all our voices before we lose more choices, and the strong men that we know continue trying to destroy us. And then I wrote a real quick epilogue. I can tell you one thing that wouldn't fly if women ruled the world. Powerful men would be in prison pronto for raping little girls. They wouldn't be running for office or grifting billions at free will. They'd have plenty of time for bribes to fill their commissary tills. Thank you.
Oh no! Feeling. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bonnie Soloway.
You go, Bonnie. You go. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Encore.
Really, talk about truth to power. Whoa, that was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Commissary tales. Like you've accepted collect calls from prisons before, and I feel like you've thrown a Molotov cocktail through a boy's bathroom window. Like you rock, Bonnie.
In my head, I probably have. I have visited jails. Believe it or not.
Listen, You have to be careful saying stuff like that because you're probably going to get like a bucket full of recruitment letters of all these groups that say, hey, Bonnie, you know, we got this open presidency. We could really use someone that starts fires. I love those poems. First of all, the title of the first poem, The Chess Master and the Clown, fantastic. Another history lesson in there. She mentioned Tsar Alexander II. As soon as you mentioned that line, though, I started thinking of the song. You said a man named Vlad. I started thinking of There Once Was a Tale of a Man Named Jed. That's kind of where my mind went with it. America's budding dictatorship. I love that. Exactly what the oligarchy believes in. Absolutely. If women ruled the world, things will be different. I mean, there's a laundry list of things that would be different. Just go back and listen to Bonnie. Go back and listen to Bonnie. Eloquently delivered, amazingly written. You're completely awesome, Bonnie. Thank you for sharing it with us. And keep writing that heat. Really, don't be deterred by what happens. Keep writing that heat, please. All right. One more artist, and we'll go to halftime. Coming up next, this incredible educator continues to come through and does some amazing things with her voice, with her writing. The moon spirit herself, the one and only Teflon Donna, is in the building. Shout out Jules. Please let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. Nice to see everybody this evening. Greetings from Julia, of course, right back at you. Bonnie, thank you so much for those poems. I was really delighted to come this evening. I am one of those baby boomers who was delighted to have been born in the land of the free and the home of the brave, and is a whole lot less thrilled at the prospect of dying in a fascist dictatorship. So I really appreciate where you went, and I have just a couple of little things to say tonight. The fruit can't be the flower, and you can't be who you are without the air and water and the ones who came before. You're the earth your father planted in shades of gold and green. Your life was laid before you long before you were conceived. The moon can't stop the motion of the waves upon the shore or the ebb and flow of questions of what life holds in store. You're the gift your mother granted in timeless rainbow hues. She laid the path before you. Now you walk in your own shoes. And I'd like to share a poem called Letter to My Younger Self. The day will come, as it always does, when you will know with glad terror that all the things you argued never had anything to do with anything have everything to do with everything. Do not imagine you will forget. You should not, and you won't. For everything you bury under smoke and mirrors and the shiftless bodies of beautiful, nameless men will rise from the dead as if to haunt you. Then you will remember who you are, daughter. That your mother removed her penny loafer, threw but never hit bad you, and knocked down a tower of Midway cans to win the Pink Panda just like she stepped out of the Red Sox dugout. Daughter, that your father lived 40 years in that house and never managed to find the way to dry and hang the coffee mugs, but inflated a pair of jeans for wide-eyed sisters, just the way he did when he lost his boat and found only sharks for 7 very long nights in the sea near Mindanao. You will remember who you are because you will be called to stand up for what's right, even if you're standing alone, and by God, you will get lonely. But if you do not stand for something, you will fall for anything. And that, daughter, is not who you are. Thank you, poets.
I love a good timeless lesson. Gosh, I love it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Marianne.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you.
Nicely done, Marianne. Nicely done.
Go, Marianne.
You will
That was
remember
great.
who you are when you are called to stand up for what is right.
Your delivery is so, I don't know, ethereal is not the right word, but it sort of reminds me of that. You just kind of like a lullaby as it goes through, and it's just carries us along. It's really beautiful.
It does indeed. A true moon spirit, indeed. She just finds a way all the time.
Good evening.
Of making what she brings to us. It's like every time I hear Marianne, I think of the waves crashing on a beach at night, and all you see is this full moon, right? And it's calming, but it can be chaotic, right? But it's always just there. It's got this flow to it. I love the story to the daughter, right? You are the earth your father planted, the gift your mother granted. That rhyme is fantastic. In your letter to your younger self, that is just an exercise that I think everyone should do. Write a letter to your younger self. Like, I think that is just fantastic. Thank you for taking on such a daunting task. It's not easy, though everyone should try it. It's not easy, but thank you for sharing that with us. Right, Roz? Not without sobbing. It's amazing, and thank you for doing what you do and continuing to share it with us. We truly appreciate you. All right, folks, we have reached the halftime of our show. Listen, it has been an incredible night so far, right? Make sure you show your love to RMT. Make sure you show your love to Matthew Marroquin and Melissa Henriquez. I am going to share our halftime show with you. We will be back shortly, so please definitely stay tuned. Let's get to it.
Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you light up this space with poetry that transcends distance. Stay tuned and stay inspired.
Welcome to the Halftime Report. I am your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you all the news and upcoming events presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. The New Eurekan Bowery Slam, happening every Monday in person at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and J. Rose. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam, which happens the last Friday of the month in person at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winner receives a $100 cash prize plus a nomination to compete in the annual Grand Slam. This month we'll be featuring the amazing award-winning author and performer Elizabeth Velasquez. Be sure not to miss this phenomenal night of artistry. For more details on the Slam season, including rules, winners, and current year's scoreboard, make sure you check out neweurekan.org/slam. Our open mics at the Lower East Side Center are finally back from the Hot Poets Summer. The venue is also recorded with high-quality audio, video capture of all performances, and live stream to the Lower East Side and New Eurekan's YouTube channels. Our first returning Women's Orator Wednesdays, aka WOW, will be free, which would be the first Wednesday of every month, hosted by somebody's mama. Make sure you plug in. And the second through the fourth Wednesday will be the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Sure to be an incredible space. Make sure you fall through. Our online programs include the online open mic, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom. All styles welcome. Every performer has 4 minutes to get down. It is absolutely free with different themes every week. Also on the second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, hosted by Tony McPherson, the coach of the 2025 Slam team, is the Slam Workshop. Bring your poems for a Slam performance and to workshop. Again, absolutely free. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to newyorican.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City, Poetry House, and NJ-PAC. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New Yo table and in-person events, or go to neweurekan.org/merch. Spring and summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemen2al Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative production.
Your energy and passion make our community truly shine. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. All right, folks, let's get back to it. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us this evening, truly. So let's get this second half jumped off. Coming up first, this incredible artist. Listen, there's so many things I can say about this gentleman. He continues to create work like The Bald Raven, works like 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss, and many, many more. I like to call this gentleman the Vincent Price of poetry, the one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please, take it away.
2 pieces. But first, baby boomers came long after me. And I was told, once you are tainted by a war, you will never understand a new generation. This is so past. Nurse, somebody dances a Looney Tune, a tango surreal in the glaring mist of the sterile science room. Inside my fake ideal, I hear machine jiggles. I taste the air that sneezes. Do you see who wits at the end of my catheter bag? And beep, 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 repeats the machine. My name is COVID. I'm mutating. Some faint echo hammered me, and my whisper all but said, oh, kiss my glorious death. Let me join the souls of harmony, I beg. Strangle my source breath. Switch off that stinging lung. Kick my throbbing heart. No more gleaming eyes above that surgical dare. Managing the monotonous of that disinfected coughing score. Somebody is asking, somewhere is waiting. I am forlorn. Tell them, even nothing will not last. I am sentenced by time, kisses so past, long when I am dead. Drink that wasteful curse of thine with my all of what I demand. Love is that preciously remained, that forever, as I became quite of a different mind. In the past, I spent much time with you. Yesterday, I never far to explain. Old pictures always so nearby, frozen time to see. Your last kiss was bitter. My words were harsh. First the end and then a vacuum, looking, and there I see nothing anymore. Years of agony, sun and moon path through loneliness. I'd lost a dream. I hand a flower from my grave to my past. Not one word we ask, we never forgave. Memories, agony, so hard to please. The future impossible to see. Life is at everywhere. Jeu d'esprit. Thank you.
Damn, you're amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa.
Way to go, Ike. Nicely done. As usual.
Wow, Ike, that was wonderful. That was really, really good. Thank you.
Yeah, the ending to that poem was really astounding. It reminds me of some lines from this novel called Under the Volcano by Malcolm Lowry. It's like the only book he ever wrote. He won a Pulitzer Prize for it. But it had that really, know how to put it, such an elegiac mood, but somehow there were a few creaks of light in it.
Absolutely. The way that you approach your writing, Ike, comes through very much in your delivery of it. When you deliver, you know, what you said even in the beginning, once you are tainted by war, you never understand another generation. Like, I get that. The sun and moon pass through the loneliness. And you see your colleagues, right? I hand a flower from my grave to my past. The texture of your poems are always elite. And I thank you for delivering your work in the way that you do. You're amazing, sir. As I said, this gentleman has published many books, and I'm hoping that he's got many more in his system. Truly, if I know Ike like I do, I'm sure there's another one coming, possibly before the end of this year, definitely at the beginning of next year. Look, you see him nod his head? I told you. The cat's amazing. Thank you, Ike. Truly appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, this gentleman, listen, I like to call him the folk singer of our generation. His artwork is truly unique, truly spectacular. I love the songs that he writes. He is a true songwriter, arguably the best background in the business, and it's reality. This dude's just bad. The one and only Bill Elkins in the building. Come on, Bill, let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hi, Elemental. Good to see you, man. Thank you for your generous introduction. I'm here in downtown Long Beach. That's the real background, Ocean Boulevard. I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, a couple of other ones, but those are the main ones. But anyway, I like to do a song since we got a time element here. It's a song that I wrote about my favorite city in the world, which is Paris. I'll be going there again soon, shortly. I'd like to sing it for you all. It's called Jean Paris. Hope you like it. La 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 la. Jean Paris, Jean Paris, singular city of hopes and dreams, fills me with yearning, so mystical and true. Rising at daybreak, Latin quarter to La Morale, stop for espresso and croissant. An exhilarating morning indeed. a most delightful place to be. La 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 Jamboree, Jamboree, Artisan City on the Seine, Boulevard Saint-Germain to La Dumago, sipping hot chocolate under chilly autonomous sky. An exhilarating day indeed, a most delightful place to be. La 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 Jamboree. La 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 Jamboree, Jamboree. La 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 Jamboree, Jamboree, city of music, art, and bohemian life. Les Troyens at the Bastille, and Norma at the Garnier. Late night cafe dinners, and a stroll on the Champs-Élysées. An exhilarating evening indeed, a most delightful place to be. La 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 Jamboree, oh Jamboree, land of Berlioz, Sartre and Camus. Vibrant cafes, stimulating banter and jazz, discussing Nietzsche's will to power over espresso and croissants. An intellectual haven indeed, a magnificent place to be. My city of all cities, Paris. Thank you, everybody. Hello.
I told y'all, he does incredible work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkins.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's warm here in Long Beach. Whew. I turned the air conditioner back on.
I'm thankful that you made it through the fires that were happening. I even hear the siren jumping off again in the background. I love this song because it's so heartfelt, right? And you sing it from a place of just pure joy. I'm thankful that you're getting a chance to go back. I hope you take some incredible pictures and make sure that you share them with us. Great job, sir. We thank you truly for sharing your work with us. Amazing as always. All right, coming up next, I'm really glad to see this cat. He's got some things going on. Really good to see you. I know we may not see you for a while because some things that you got going on, but it's great to see you. Author of The Impromptu of Love of Music and Animals. I like to call this cat the Earth Spirit himself because he just does it so very well. The one and only Ray Whitaker is in the building. Come on, Ray. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you for that introduction, Elemen2al. Thank you very much. You're very generous. The baby boomers had some remarkable writers. Robert Heinlein was one of them. He wrote a book called Stranger in a Strange Land, and this piece that I'm going to read here has to do with that. It had a term called grok. And if you haven't read this book, it became a cult classic, so you should go to the library and read this thing. But anyway, here we go. This is called The Definition of Grok. It was a dream of a present utopia seen, or perhaps only a vision of what just might have been lacking, where we, the apex predators of the very earth, all its creatures, have moved so far away from appreciating the diversity of what is there. Some say the clearest way to the universe is found in nature, in roaring watercourses, in the sea lapping and changing the seashore, Mother Earth regaining, reinstating, rebuilding, rejecting what has been abused, those gouges in the core of our planet's existence. There's delight in the clear running creek, pouring out of the mountain. It isn't just water chemically interacting with basalt and rock-hard silica. There's joy in the aspens, begetting more and more shoots, reforesting high alpine meadows where the ancients have been cut for firewood and houses, sheds, buildings, mine shafts. Aspens are the single largest organism growing on the earth, taking joy, stabilizing the dirt, shedding leaves in a display of orange, yellow, autumn beauty. Seeing the regrowth, the patterns of regenerating, coupled with the water pouring out of the hillside, sap shaping its strength, relentlessly rounding stones and exposing wet gold and silver. A force so easily forgotten, disregarded by we modern sapiens. Some say the clearest way to the universe is found using the Webb Space Telescope. Such incredible images, so many amazing colors of vastness. Constellations, the smallest part. Galaxies, too many to count, spiral, dual, seen head on, each with their many innumerable stars. The impossible task to map our universe. We wonder about being visited by someone, something out there. We humans, all of us so tiny comparatively, we wish for them on good days, shudder in the nights after scary invasion movies. Too much for our billions of neurons. You might not be drinking enough. Consciousness of the multitudes retreated from the magnitudes. Too much to grok. Still, YouTube airs Video Idiots, Unconscious, and the Don Henley song plays on. They're not here, they're not coming. Is it too much to get? That overview of what is possible, the images behind things, the embedded context in human desires, movement towards the oneness, serving the greater good before performing everyday tasks, and acknowledging the people, those of the many skin colors, the ones that stand with you every day in our human life. This requires, demands, stipulates, determines an awareness of those cosmic big things, so far beyond capitalism, racism, despotism, a willingness to see it, to grok it. Thank you.
You better rock that shit, like, for real. Unmute yourself, give it up for Ray Whitaker. Wow.
Really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, I really was marveling at how you took the beginning of the poem and then, like the last 2/3, you really got so expansive with it. It's when I hear you read this stuff about nature, I kind of get the feeling, yeah, these are some of the last poems a person's ever going to be able to write about this part of nature, right? Because it's all going to disappear. And thanks for that cultural reference, Stranger in a Strange Land. It became such a catchphrase. It made it into so many other parts of culture. I think there's a Leon Russell song with it in it. It was like people in that period of time really seized on that book.
Yeah, they really did. It was an incredible cultural influence for people in the late '60s, early '70s. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Ray, for bringing in this amazing work, right? This cultural reference, and these are the things, right? These to me, these are the nuances that unless you're a part of the generation, you don't really understand, right? Because that saying, right? Stranger in a strange land, I've heard it hundreds of thousands of times, right? But never understanding the origin of it. And so I truly, truly appreciate the fact that you brought in that piece of history, that piece of knowledge, and then weaved it into this artwork, right? The clearest way to the universe is through nature. I love that. There's delight in the clear running creek, where the ancient has been the ancients have been cut for firewood and houses. I think so much of not just the forest, but our knowledge is being cut for things that are more designed for the future. I told y'all, like, I feel like he's just the earth spirit because he always speaks for nature, through nature. And you do such an amazing job of it. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do. Wishing you speedy recovery on your path forward. Thank you. Truly. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this gentleman comes through. Sometimes he's got some fully produced work. Sometimes he's just coming off with it. And I've told this cat before, he's got the perfect voice for jazz music. Let's see what he's got for us this evening. The one and only Miss Sean the Dawn in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Name of this piece that I'm going to share tonight is called Recognize the Time, aka The Poet's Call. Time and patience, sometimes torturous. Self-quarantine from COVID-19 infected world scares us. Looting, price gouging, food shortages, and panic. The new change of the world faced with global pandemic. Once fearful of terrorizing terrorists, COVID-19 flipped the whole world, on its script. Alone time beyond PM9, not all needs always satisfied. Social distances, avoiding pandemonium's bug. Social distances suck when you really need a hug. Comforting compassion creates connection. Emotional pain seeks balanced affection, even if it's gloved and masked, laid 6 feet away. Loss, pain, and suffering, tragedies of life. All the more reason to do what's right. Seek the Creator's light. Cleanliness is next to godliness, yet it's not just physical sights. What good are external cleansings when the heart and mind are dirty inside? Negative emotional feelings weighs the heart down. I look forward toward a brighter tomorrow, those seeking happiness now. Cleansing physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, to build own spirit up and uplift others as an example for all. Upliftment necessary now in these times we are. This is the prophet's and the poet's call. Hear, feel, see, smell, observe. Think, think, think. Use all of your senses. Focus. Allow creators' creativity within you to ink. Give truth testimony. Testify to the theocracy. Man's rule over man, so ignorant, so blind is he. Bible warns, prophecies warn, nature warns. Change your ways if you're living wrong. Poets, prophets, psalmists, those that write. This is your right season. Be truthful without fright. Let the creative spirit guide your rights with uplifting intentions. Seek wisdom from the sage of ages above. Let creator's light guide pen with peace, tranquility, and love. Think not just of yourself, manifest the self-sacrificing aspects of love. Teach through words written in tongue. Use words to reach not just some, but for everyone. I want to be sure the ones you care for, the ones I care for, are safe, symptom-free, and heeding warnings with discernment and adherence. Numbers of new cases rising, death toll rising yet. Poets use the underlying words to sift through truth and falsehood. See through the disguise when eyes realize their lies hide lies. Recognize purge times. Recognize end times. And peace.
Now, I'm telling you, that was truth, man. Lies hide lies. Come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the Sean, the Dawn.
Yeah, a lot of truth in there, man. That was hard. That was great.
Yeah, I really like your poems, Nishan, when you take this, the counselor's voice. So frequently people try to do this kind of thing, and it's kind of pushed too hard. And I think Elemental is kind of alluding to the smooth flow of your delivery, quality of your delivery, that it's kind of built for jazz. I once told you you sound like the house poet at the Blue Note, but I think it really makes what you're counseling people with much easier to listen to, and I'm a skeptical person, so most times when I hear somebody trying to counsel me, I'm sorry, I kind of have an initial skepticism, and I just don't get that with what you do.
The way that you deliver your work is very matter of fact, not just kind of in this theory based aspect, right? And I appreciate that, right? To me, that gives your artwork a texture that is only yours, right? Because you mentioned things like loss, pain, and suffering. Negative emotional feelings weigh the heart down, right? The Bible warns, nature warns, prophecy warns, right? Seek wisdom from the sages above. Those are all like quotes, right? Like it reminds me of the Jeopardy category, right? Potent potables, I believe it is. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, right? But there are these kind of things that are just concrete in your life, right? That you can always just kind of rely on, and that's the type of work that you deliver. Thank you for doing what you do. Always look forward to it. Appreciate you for coming through. All right, coming up next, this artist, telling you, she does so much for so many artists, so many different creatives on so many different platforms, from her storytelling to her back room, to her hosting her own open mics, even with her own manuscript. This author, I'm telling you, is incredible. She has even been a part of people being nominated for Pushcart Awards. Author of Some Days Here, From Pebble to Ripple. The one and only Finn Bell is here. I like to call the daughter of Krypton. She's amazing. It is great to see you. As always, let these folks know where they can find you, please. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. It's always lovely to see you. It is so wonderful to be amongst you folks. You can find me on Instagram. I am Finn_Bell. This is called Watcher. It's for Valerie Shalaki Levy. Splayed horsetails flicking vaporous switches nestle against your serene blue mind. Ancient onyx pickup truck sits and creaks out an inventory of its components. A habit of fretting over being needed, being useful. Its engine cooling down after a long spell. It waits for a touch, to idle and hum, to spring back to life. No wish for rest. It maintains its silent lean on the sidewalk, a well-kept reminder of what only a handful of us remember. The trees talk amongst themselves, even knowing that we witness them, nudge one another with affectionate branches, pick out and scatter one another's withering, graying leaves. How is the rooster in the prime of his life and also eternal and all-knowing? He crows only once, a sound at once bright and rusty, to announce himself to me. I quiet myself in the early morning to listen to him. He knows this and is devoted, a dutiful bearer of my attachment to what I still find familiar. He calls and chases my mind back, present. I let go of the breath I am holding in. The tricycle is painted a muted gray frosting, and of its own accord makes itself twice its size. It jangles with soundless bells, the faint squeaking repetition of its wheels heard by distant ears. Its child not born in this age never grows up, still rides his steadfast steed up and down the pockmarked asphalt, pedals endlessly, pumping his chubby legs in fervor. He wakes from a different dream and forgets. A bark cuts the weight of the day still and half dark, a sustained bay not very far behind. This howl startles the wolf beneath the sleek, clean coat, and she is pleased with her wildness and smiles up at her ancestors, populating the heavens, delicate, slow love winks. Sentinel in decaying hollow, blur of minky spotted down and bronze saucer eyes luminous, marks this wonder in her annals. We test the air above our crowns with our nose, sniff the note of smoke upon the waning pyre before it arrives. We stay the coppery flavor of life, hold it as communion upon our tongue. Every hand is repurposed sacred, placed on the shrouded form in unison, urging the frail whittled trunk spark, rebirth down mind's parching stream. This new departure is bid a fond farewell. Thank you.
You just need your own show just to read people poetry. That's just read the poetry. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Finn. Bill.
Marvelous, Finn_Bell. Excellent. Whew. Wow.
Yeah, you know, the intimacy of your observations has me feeling like I'm the vision that you're engaging in, you know. It's just so lush. Just really, really so enjoyable. I'm kind of beside myself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Excellent.
That was
Wonderful.
really great,
Beautiful.
Finn_Bell. That was really, really great.
You gotta do this thing. When you read, you really give all of your energy and all of your effort into it, and so it is definitely felt across the spectrum. And I'm thankful to the community for reminding you of how amazing you are when you do these things. And then you just give so much life and so much texture to the words that you read. The jangles with soundless spells. She is pleased with her wilderness. Hold it as communion on her tongue. Just amazing. Just amazing, really. Thank you for doing what you do. Make sure you plug in with Finn Bell and all the things Fincabulary has going on. A member of Poetry Global Network. Make sure you plug in. All right. We have 6 poets left on the guaranteed list this evening. And we're going to get up out of here. For real. All right. Coming up next, all the way from Jersey, I have seen this artist recently getting down on some stages. She is putting in the work, y'all. For real. I love to see it. I love to see you ripping up microphones. It's amazing, and I'm sure tonight's going to be no different. The one and only K the Poet is in the building, y'all. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
I haven't been here in a while, but been busy. I'd rather be doing things than doing nothing. But this poem is called The Brown Porch. I actually performed this my last showcase. I think I'm still in the process of editing, but yeah. Here we go. They stay gossiping on this porch. For the child, it's just talking. Just storytelling wrapped around their tongue, names embedded into their taste buds of the gossip storyteller playing telephone. A game before we listen and we don't judge, double dutching our vocal cords with stories of this neighborhood on this very porch. Under hymns of summer bugs, whiffs of box perms, shea butter, and olive oil sheen. Miss Shirley, 2 houses down, knew everyone's business. Knew Jaden came home late last night and Keisha was sneak kissing Justin, but she wrapped every story into prayers, blessing the children of the block with Florida water. Mama behind cupped hands whispered to her girlfriends that Sister Janine got baptized for the 5th time and still can't let go of Deacon James. Cousin kept her queerness in a sock drawer beneath her church clothes. Uncle, gone again, job out of state they say, and I sit on this porch, quiet as the wind, pushing stories out their mouths to my ear. Heart heavy with names I can't repeat, like they're surviving off stories of family, neighbors, friends. We bonded with this porch, carved this porch, took care of this porch, lost this porch. Sometimes I miss this porch. I miss the gossip, the stories, and now just memories of water gushing through the doors, filling up my lungs, pictures on social media depicted as killers, not the poor, screaming for food or water or our loved ones. I cried, watching the porch fade into the ocean. Something sang, wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God is going to trouble these waters. Watching my ancestors gather them with open hands. New homes were built, not for us. So we went looking for a new porch. I can hear the laughter of the porch every now and again. I'll never forgive you, Katrina, for taking the memories again. Poem.
God's gonna trouble the waters. How did I just unmute yourself, give it up for Kate, the poet.
Beautiful memoir. I mean, and great, it's a wonderful subject, that kind of informal convention or informal institution. There's so many of them that people don't, you take them for granted, the porch, the back seat of the car, all these things that are just part of everyday life. And, that's what we as poets have to do, is be sensitive and gather these things within us so that we can externalize them for everybody else. Thanks for doing that. You're just a wonderful storyteller.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The brown porch is actually supposed to indicate the brown people that were lost in the water of Katrina. And so that's why I said I still think I'm in the editing process of it, but I wanted that to be a metaphor of like all the memories of the people on that land and how Katrina came and took it away, and now there's new homes and they're not there anymore. So I watched the documentary, and then I had that poem and I was like, let me convert this, and yeah. So that's my idea of the brown porch. So, but I like that you got the idea too. So I have different stories coming from it, which I like. So
Well,
yeah.
you know, and I agree with Paul. I pictured that time of life that, you know, I didn't get to live like that, but so many people did, where you had this community. And there wasn't a lot of loneliness because everyone was together. And that's what I felt with it, that, you know, there was just this naturalness about the porch that everyone could just observe life. But I liked yours. I like the real one too.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, it's your ability to convey and recreate this sense of place. It was just really just a marvelous talent.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. You said you're editing. You could even use different words for porch. You could use corner. You could use stoop. You could use church bench. You could use bus bench. You know what I mean? All the things that were also disrupted or displaced by Katrina. Because in all those spaces, does that happen? Does the gospel happen? Does the gossip happen? Right? Do the names come through? And if you've ever sat on those spaces long enough, all those things happen, right? The names embedded on the taste buds, wrapped every story into prayers. We bonded on this porch. And that's why I mentioned those different spaces, because the bond happens in all those spaces, right? So I really love that. I love the metaphor aspect of the porch. And then throwing in the disaster that kind of washed it away. You know what I mean? God gonna trouble the waters. Like, I love that. Think about even singing that portion when you perform it live. Be sick. All right. Appreciate you. That was crazy. Keep putting in the work. Keep burning down those stages for real. Truly, truly appreciate you. All right. 5 more artists. Let's get it. Coming up next, Brooklyn in the building. Stand up. This incredible artist comes through. Again, another storyteller in the building. About to give you another one. For real. The one and only Mark Kenzie is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Find me here. Imprints, stencils, molds, carve their initials. Footsteps traced, stretched to fit my moral compass. Their words, truths, tools of discipline, awareness. I'm not all the way gone or all the way there, yet I need grounding. Impatient, loving care with room for growth, breath, reflection. There are no coincidences. God will not give you more than you can handle. Nothing is new under the sun. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. There will be blood, pressure, breaking point, breakthrough. Use pain for purpose. You're not the only one. It is here, and there it goes. Take me to Botswana. My hands, smooth over, lushly green. My feet, trail, Saharan seas. Screens put down. My camera captures space and time. Even then, the experience is lost. For time does not pause or give excuses for not being enough. Thank you.
My goodness. I heard what she said about time, huh? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Markencia.
Yeah, did she really say that? Did you really say that? Time does not give excuses for not being enough. You mentioned a camera in your piece, and it just brings to my mind this kind of affinity between documenting or telling a story with a camera, and what you do using words, the way you are so facile with capturing these images, and you have a way of conveying them in a sense, I want to say almost untouched, or you don't apply your bias to them in a way that's so leading. You really have this a kind of so almost unhumanly balanced objectivity to what you do. I'm just um, keep marveling at hearing you week to week, taking it further. I'm just very happy when I see you here all the time.
I love that, Paul, and I'm going to take that just a step further. You know how people nowadays, they take digital photos and they alter these digital photos. But what you do, Mark Kinsey, it reminds me of a dark room, right? And you just snapshot these things and you just develop them as they are. There are no adjustments to them, almost like a Polaroid picture. And you deliver them to us, sometimes black and white, sometimes color, but always vivid. And I'm thankful that you are so dedicated to your style. I'm thankful for those lines that you come with, because they are just timeless. Again, right? I'm not all the way gone or all the way there. Nothing is new under the sun. There will be blood. That's one of my favorite lines. I use it every time I go into a slam. There will be blood. Use pain for purpose. No doubt about it. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you're healing from your artwork as much as you are helping us get on the road to healing for ourselves. Truly, truly appreciate you. All right, 3 artists to go. Coming up next, this gentleman, I've seen him been putting in some work also lately. Preparing an album. He just dropped a book. This cat puts in the type of work that all of us can appreciate, right? He gets on the microphone. He is ready for it. He is energetic. He is passionate about what he does. The one and only Douglas Kayla is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
All right, guys, how you doing? Yeah, I got a new piece. I think Elemen2al. I think you'll like this one a lot. It's a tribute to the artist Jack Kirby, who he was an artist who works for Marvel and DC, and I wrote a tribute to him based around his character from DC named Mr. Miracle, who he created in 1971 after he left Marvel for DC. So here it goes. This one is called Mr. Miracle number 9. I refuse to be broken, never giving in to back-breaking conditioning. I refuse to be molded into a subservient puppet of a master I never embraced or served. My initial home, an orphanage of brutality. For I dream of freedom, liberty, and independence, shattering shackles that bind my mind and body. My knack for escape artistry establishes my hopes for survival. Dreams never deferred, looking beyond the smoldering trenches of apocalypse. Rebellion courses through my bloodstream like Jack Kirby on the front lines of creating me, one of his seminal Silver Age characters, foretelling the arrival of the new gods, tapping into the counterculture of the times. This is my saga, part of the fourth world, as I spit acid-laced saliva in the glowering eyes of tyranny, damaging its optics. My story unravels over a continuum spanning decades of issues. History can be positively revised as panels unspool. amid eager page-turning hands, irises swelling, scanning pencil and ink. I am finding solace in the arms of those I am destined to protect, finding that harmonious convergence with my own female fury, my last refuge where love and defiance reign supreme. Thank you.
You better talk that Marvel shit. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Douglas. Caleb.
Nice work.
Listen,
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with the guy's work, but I think I got a good tour of it through your poem.
you know, he mentioned some of the greats, right? He mentioned Jack Kirby, right? If you're not familiar with Mr. Miracle, you know, y'all can check him out. Jack Kirby is responsible for the imagery of the early Marvel characters. Pretty much all of the early Marvel characters, especially in the comics, Jack Kirby was that guy. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, kind of to go back on what Alan Gary was saying, they were like the tag team champions of the world for a while, right? The two of them created just some amazing work. Really, some of the greatest characters that we know of. Look, Alan Gary's even already on it, right? Fantastic Four, absolutely. I love it. I did absolutely love it. Dreams Never Deferred, Rebellion, coursing through my bloodstream, The New Gods. Listen, all this is comic book stuff. Where I get to nerd out for a second. The counterculture of the time, right? I am finding solace in those I am destined to protect. That is work, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hell yeah, I enjoyed that. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, man. Really. All right. My apologies. I skipped over Mrs. Good Luck Round, but of course, we are never going to forget her. This artist comes through, whether she is on the path or she is sharing her original work with us. She is absolutely a mainstay of our community and comes through with just some amazing work. Prepare yourselves, y'all, for the one and only Elizabeth Horn in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Yes, it's really, really great to be here. Hello. This is a new poem I wrote a day or two ago. It's called Damaged Goods. Worrying like the fear of cancer is what I do when I do not hear from you. When I assume you are hurting alone in a fetal position, alone, maybe in bed, maybe in a driveway. I can't know. I can't know. But I can imagine the pain of feeling broken, vase cracked with maggots inside, writhing and trying to get out, to breed, to eat rotten food, to die. A meaningless death, like a mealworm, fly, or maggot. We are vermin to be exterminated when we are hating ourselves so deeply, setting out the kinds of traps that maim and mutilate. There are no have a hearts here version when this monster named me comes out. This me monster is like that you monster, I think. Maybe in the shower now, maybe staring at a wall. I can't know. I can't know. I do know I would chew off my own legs to save you from the bear trap. I do know I would crawl legless to keep you safe from the pain. To convince you with my eyes and hands that you are not a maggot, not vermin, to be exterminated. Protect you from what the monsters within might want for us. Damaged goods, awaiting a meaningless death. Thank you.
A mealworm? Oh my gosh. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth Horn.
Wow, 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 wow. That's crazy.
You like that one, CP?
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was crazy.
Thank you, darling.
Well, you know, if you didn't turn up here this week, I was going to come up there and chase you out of the bar.
Hey,
So I'm,
Paul. Oh, I'm
um,
so glad to see you, Paul. Goddamn, goddamn.
well, I'm glad to see, you haven't flinched, whatever is going on in your life, you haven't flinched away from this kind of Dionysian aleatory bent in your poetry that I just so appreciate, because I think a lot of people are uh, reluctant to go there, to deal with that kind of um, graphic imagery. You do it, it was about 6 sentences into the poem when you got to the maggots, and I thought, all right, here we go.
Right. Right. Yeah, you're using a lot of big words, Paul, but I know what you're saying. I do.
For sure.
And I love sharing it with you.
You have such a way of delivering your work. Again, there are very few people that ever attempt to attack or even attach themselves to a Plath style. So there is a level of texture in there that you have to have naturally, and you just deliver it amazingly well. When you start mentioning the mealworms, I'm like, okay, it's beyond dirty. Let's go. Um, you said there is no have a heart here version. I love it. Like you dig into your own chest and you serve up your heart on silver platters. And I appreciate that aspect of your work. Truly. Thank you for doing what you do. It's always great to see you. Don't be a stranger. Truly. Shout out the educators in the building. I know Elizabeth Horan is also an educator putting in work. All right. So we have 2 on the guaranteed list and 1 on the good luck round, and it looks like we may have 1 more artist closing out the night. We're still trying to work that out. Coming up next, this incredible gentleman reached out and said, "Hey, like I got something for this. I need to rip it and let it loose." And I said, "Of course." This gentleman, again, one of my favorite just intellectuals when it comes to poetry. This gentleman has been like he studies and he focuses on poetry in so many different aspects and forms. Member of Poetry Global Network, recent recipient of his own master's degree. This dude's all kinds of incredible, man, for real. Author of a few different books. Prepare yourself. The one and only Mark Fishbine is in the building, y'all. Come on, Mark. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you.
Sure.
Please take it away.
Well, I'm always on the Poetry Global Network. Thank you, E. I saw the thing Baby Boomer and I said, hey man, that's me. So I wanted to get in here. I'll start with a 20-second intro from the song Woodstock, just to set the mood on my guitar. Gray Band Concert. We are stardust, we are golden. Woodstock, Joni Mitchell. I hope I die before I get old. Talking about my generation, The Who. Once the future had wings, Aquarius unbound. We had the music of love, love, baby, love. The word printed on the psychedelic ticket. Our garden filled with indulgences, flowers in our hair, butterflies in our brains, gurus, and sunshine acid. You could say we had some fun, lifted possibilities of compassion where Krishna lives in a hobbit shire, and science fiction smells of incense. We got past Vietnam and racist rages, flocked to mirrored dance halls, boogie-woogie to a cocaine freeze, roller skated in the morning in a suit and tie, coupled, became parents in parent land, cursed taxes and Das Kapital, fed the kids hippie myths and some Dylan, Leonard Cohen, and planned our silver years. Now old, stunned, conflicted, unsure, what use, if any, did we conspire, leaving the world crying in code red? See the rock and rollers ripen like prunes on the stage filled with pacemakers. How their lyrics consume me still as my generation enters its desertion. Look at us, white hair and baggy jeans. We were stupid then, we are stupid now, believing we would mold the future, change religious codes, pacify cops, stop the butchers and racism. Our songs harmonized with the naivete that forces of empire would sing along. Changes shaped to impossibilities. We listen to our scratched records on prehistoric turntables with a cell phone and a hearing aid, thinking of stardust and fading names, harmonizing to imagine with a senior pass to the national parks. And the world defines Generation X, Y, and Z. Baby boomers becoming phantoms, connected like a switchboard where the silence of our parents awaits us, glowing like tumbleweed in a graveyard. A flash of songs, sound bites, let the sunshine in, feeling groovy in that jingle jangle morning, helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers. The antique people are down in the dungeons, so let it be, let it be. Don't you want somebody to love? Come on, people, smile on your brother with flowers in your hair. Foxy lady, we are the world, an American tune, satisfaction. Ah, satisfaction. In the summer of 2024, I saw the Rolling Stones at Soldier Field in Chicago. The concert ended with 60,000 singing along. That dude still can't get no satisfaction. He's like 80. He can't get none. No, no, no. There I was, in a fog of pot smoke among gray to white hair, mostly balding, cell phones lit, turquoise jewelry, vintage teas, searching for holiness or the freedom money buys. When we die, our unsatisfied souls will just go wherever in a bad mood. We sang so loud, we thought our voices would release us from the shitty etiquette of post-war USA. But it was a glorious youth with electric shocks of music, costumes, and dance. And I am beholden to still be here as part of it. Thank you.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mark Fishbone.
Yeah, I'm old.
Get it, Mark.
I love
Yeah,
a
you
poem.
get to the point, you're not getting old anymore, you are old.
Yeah.
You know, right?
I love a poem with an acid reference. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and you cherry picked all those great lines from those kind of epic songs. You pointed out something maybe I hope doesn't turn out to be so true, but as that generation started out a lot in a lot of ways being motivated by disillusionment, and then now here it is kind of ending up in disillusionment.
Let me say this, we never dreamed it would be anything like this. That was what I was reminded of when I was hearing all those lines from the songs, is that we still thought we were just going to keep progressing forward.
Yeah.
Never thought we were going to go backwards.
Yeah, that's
In our
it's so
wildest
true.
dreams of any plays or any concerts we went to, we're just going to keep growing and enjoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
was always an
true.
assumption that there was a positive flow that would
Yeah.
continue.
Right.
Yeah, you were taught things were just going to get better.
We were the richest generation in American history.
Right.
And
Well,
right now,
some of us
right
were.
now, the most overweight as well. And I think the majority of MAGA Republicans are. There's a statistic I saw that the percentage of MAGA Republicans, a huge part of baby boomers. It just blew me away.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't know them. Where were they when I was growing up?
Anyway,
It was good. It was
thank
really
you.
good.
Thank you for the opportunity to read for this wonderful people, for you wonderful people. Okay, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, a true rabble rouser, right? That's one thing I know about the baby boomers. Even though they had some peaceful protests, bunch of damn rabble rousers. All right, bunch of damn rabble rousers. They'll sit in and shut down whatever they didn't like. I don't care if it's war, if it's a school, if it's a bus. They will sit in and shut down whatever it is. Thank you for staying so dedicated to that fact, right? He said, boogie woogie to a cocaine freeze. We planned our silver years. Prehistoric turntables. Listen, that just jumped out to me, man. As a former DJ, like there was something about that, putting the needle to the record, hearing the static and the crackle of a new piece of music, just waiting to make love to your ears. Something truly about that. Baby boomers becoming phantoms, like I love it. Like, thank you so much, Mark, for coming through, for sharing such an incredible piece of work. That was amazing, sir. Thank you. All right, so definitely two more, maybe one more, maybe three more. All right, coming up next, another member of the Poetry Global Network, also the slam master of the world. Shout out the vets in the world, Semper Fi, the keeper of concrete, outlaws in the building. This dude's incredible, man. Like, prepare yourself for your wig to be like thrown back or flat back, because he just does it. The one and only CP Mays in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, folk. Please take it away.
All right. I can be found at CP Mays, spelled all the way out, IG or Facebook. See if I can get this out of my head the way I hear it in my head. The book of Revelation is just really an overpriced rear view mirror our Messiah's hindsights just won't let go of. Christ is a long-haul ice road trucker hauling revelations and cold chips from God's cold shoulders. Every time I'm born again, I'm reborn right back into sin, and I'm frustrated. Been baptized twice in this life, and I still can't get it right, and I'm frustrated, and since Satan never sleeps in, I've grown deathly afraid of sleeping in. You get tired and give up, or you get up and Maze, get it the fuck in. My heart's a gear shift gift that drifts dreams. When in drive, I stay 10 toes down. Life, and like, hey mirror, let not neither you nor I rest in peace with all of my failures, resting in peace with all of me with my shutter speed prayers. Just get above your needs. Voicemail God, tell God, hey God, the last time my future's bright and the end of the tunnel light, partied all night. They told hello world and hush hush everyone in the bar, raise your glasses up please, here's to life, New York. When death misplaces your keys, beauty, why do I always feel like you've lost faith in me? I'm a silverback in the cul-de-sac. Satan, where's my fucking liquor at? Dreams are piss late night. Demons, rock stars, my low self-esteem's graveyard shift job. And all of our lowercase gods are fucking lit, and all of my neighbors are heroin needles, Neanderthals, wordsmiths, wild cards dancing 10 knuckles deep. Remember, 10 toes down. We don't complain to the cops when pity parties away past loud. It's either death rattle or doggy paddle. Either I want all access to all of heaven, or I want nothing but a damn good reason for Satan believing that said God was bluffing. Karma and time just got caught fucking, and the future said nothing, and I'm frustrated, so frustrated that my stop giving a fucks decided to give a damn a crack. Flooded my Bacardi Limon with Sprite and Robitussin and never look back. Swear, when these eyelids levies let loose, you can still hear Katrina crying, oh Lord, why won't somebody bring John the Baptist back? Christ, you ice road trucker. Every time I sip scripture, I stutter. There's manna stuck in my top lips gutter. God, why am I always left longing, left feeling like I'm last on her fucking to-do list? I'm frustrated.
I'm frustrated, damn it. I'm frustrated at this damn poll. Unmute yourself, give it up for CP.
Fuck. Yeah. It's a crazy piece. It's a crazy piece.
That was amazing. You poured every ounce of yourself into that.
Thank you.
I really felt that way.
Well, that's what I was going to remark on too, Bonnie, for CP. This was just such a, even among your repertoire, this was a really intense performance that I thought was so right on the thread. You asked me a week ago or something about, what I call going over the top, and that's where you just push it so that you yourself, in the middle of your presentation, your performance, are really literally balancing on the edge. I know Elemen2al talks about the razor blades used to shave with. And it takes somebody who has, I'm not telling you anything new, who's faced a lot of tribulation with a capital T, all uppercase, who can feel comfortable doing that over the top thing, but also has if you can call it, a mastery of it. And it has a lot in similar, it's a practice that has a lot similar with jazz musicians who improvise, right? They're always going over the top, and it's being on that edge where you can pull it all out of the air, and yet, you don't fall over doing it. So I just really found this performance you just really hitting your mark tonight.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much in so many ways. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great.
Yeah.
Really great.
Just one other thing. It's the I've always identified your work as it has a lot to do with what people in visual art call the anti-aesthetic, right? You're not interested in flattering the tastes and opinions of your audience. What you're there to do is to challenge them, to confront them, to provoke them. And you really are a study in the superlative challenge and confrontation and provocation.
Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a blank space so you can say, this is the skip verse, and then my voicemail is just gonna start, Skiff. I just want you to talk on my voicemail now. Like, oh shit, that's super dope. Thank you. Yeah. It's worth something. You made it worth something. Like, you made it really worth that much more. Thank you. Yeah.
Do you know how sharp your skates have to be to skate on the tip of a razor blade? like you just do some amazing things, man. And for the folks who may have been seeing my reaction, right? I've been, workshopping, if you will, this poem with them, and I was waiting for a line, right, that I didn't hear because he's been doing so many edits, right? But I was waiting on the sip sip line, and I was like, oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? But for what you do, the entire Ice Road Trucker aesthetic, just brilliantly, belligerently, just boastful. Like, you're ridiculous, dude. For real. You know that, though. Like, you just, again, you're like Mr. Quotable, Mr. Friday Night Special on a Thursday. Pretty crazy, man. All right. Right. All right. So, appreciate you, man, for real. We are going to end the night with this incredible artist, 1/3 of the Jersey Trinity. She continues to come through, and she's been rocking with us for some years. And she's just always incredible. Author of Chameleon Chronicles, The Chameleon Poetic. Always have love for this artist, and she continues to come and do it from her heart, and I can't thank her enough for it. The one and only Terry Rose Jertson in the building. Come on, Terry, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
I have a sad poem tonight. I'm sorry. I don't know if I should apologize for it, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm just going to let you have it. My mother has failure to thrive, and I'm preparing for the worst impending. I went to her home to get an idea about the time she has left. I left with a heavy feeling of grief in my heart. Her dementia has taken hold of her mind. My sister and I are planning on how best to help her. The family wants to put her in a home, and she does not want to go. No amount of convincing will change her mind. She is in her happy place, totally unaware of her mental decline. I was on the line with the Alt Association, and they were there to listen, but actually did not offer any reasonable help. I could not help but notice, as she makes an attempt to sleep, all the death that crawls on her like fleas. Do not go to Florida to die. They are overwhelmed and do not have enough resources, after speaking to them more than I care to bear. Thank you.
Wow. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Terry Rose Jertson.
Thank you, Terry. That really hits home for me with the loss of my mother some years back. Thank you.
Now you see how just absolutely necessary that is, and how that makes this place so absolutely necessary. You know, it's not a place for me to give advice, but whatever you do, don't short yourself any time you have left with your mother, because you'll never get a second chance for that time to be with her.
Yeah, and I certainly understand your mom, like my mom. She wanted to leave the world horizontally from her home, and and she did. So it was a gift to her. She didn't want to go to a home, so just try to avoid that.
That's always one of the struggles in the process, because the person Mark, the person always just wants their independence, right?
Absolutely,
And the question is really about their health and their safety. I also want to say something else. There's maybe to be a little contrary. Terry, you said she's in her happy place. And this is one thing that reminds me that people in medicine don't know everything, and it's rare for a doctor to confess to that. But we don't know the reality, the inner reality of somebody with dementia. To us, they don't function and we see them decline, but we have no way of knowing what their inner reality is. And they could be just fine, like you said, in her happy place.
These are the types of poems that are absolutely necessary, but are absolutely excruciating to write. But these are the poems that come out of our pores. They come out of our bodies out of necessity. We have fun. And I say this all the time. We have fun writing to themes. We have fun writing about hamburgers and rainbows and Smurfs, right? But when it comes to something like this, something so very difficult, it's almost too heavy. But thankfully, we are in tune to our inspiration and our creativity that we can do this. This is the charge of artists, of poets, is to write about things like this. Thank you, Terry, for sharing such an intimate part of your family's life with us. Thank you for sharing your mother with us. We are sending you energy to help strengthen you and your family through these times. It's nothing easy about it. My grandmother also, same thing, made sure that it was at home, right? Thank you, all of you. It has been such an amazing night. I really can't thank you enough for all of your energy, for all of your insight, for all of your phenomenal poetry. This night would not be this night without you. I cannot thank you enough for all of just your inspiration continues to inspire me. I have to shout out Joski C, Sam Hardy, Amanda Calderon, Zihu Ding, Christopher Jones Newman, Sky Love, Marissa Rodriguez Gomez, and Jordan Wood. To every artist who touched the mic this evening, from our opener, Eddie Foreman, to our closer, CP Mays, Mark Fishbein, Ray Whitaker, Ike Waltz, Finn Bell, Alan Gary, Mark Kencia, Generalissimo, Yun, KD Poet, Nashawn Adon, Bonnie Soloway, all of you, thank you so very much for making this night so incredible. I hope to see you all next week. Make sure you plug in with the New Eureka Poets Cafe. Make sure you connect and continue to check on each other. Thank you so, so very much. We're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjure this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.